Hello there, welcome back to Conflict News 2042. Three important news stories about the conflict in the Middle East between Israel and Palestinian groups. Firstly, US has sent warships to support Israel. Is Israel in need of warships? US warships. US has sent a CSG. CSG is Carrier Strike Group. What is a carrier strike group? How many ships are part of a CSG? And what is the significance of the deployment of a US CSG in the Eastern Mediterranean, close to Gaza, close to Israel? Israel wants more munition from US details in this video. Secondly, Tel Aviv International Airport has been targeted by Hamas fighters. Hamas has fired dozens of rockets to target Israel's major airport, and that is Tel Aviv Airport. What happened? Did the rockets manage to reach the target or not? And thirdly, I have been reporting since yesterday about Hamas's call to groups and people of West Bank and East Jerusalem to join in the conflict, in the war against Israeli forces. Yesterday we saw no response, but things changed today. Clashes started between Israeli and Palestinian forces in West Bank, East Jerusalem today. It means that Hamas's call is being heard by groups in West Bank, East Jerusalem. We have details for you in this video. Firstly, viewers, an important development. US took a very clear position yesterday on Saturday when the war broke out in the Middle East. US openly supported Israel. US warned neighboring countries, Arab countries, that no one should think of supporting Hamas. And by the way, some US nationals have been killed in Hamas's attack yesterday, on Saturday. Three or four US nationals were killed in that attack. Hamas carried out an attack at a music concert, which was being organized close to Gaza. Around 200 were killed in that attack, including foreigners, Americans, French too, and some have been taken prisoner. They're being held hostage by Hamas fighters. So US nationals have been killed, even without US nationals having been captured by Hamas. US would have supported Israel. Now, CENTCOM has issued a statement, US Central Command, confirming the movement of a CSG towards Israel, towards Eastern Mediterranean. Eastern Mediterranean is the sea which joins Israel, Gaza. Both Israel and Gaza are on Eastern Mediterranean coast. A CSG is a carrier strike group. It has several ships. It has aircraft carrier, anti-aircraft destroyers. It has frigates. It has supply ships too, submarines too. So it's a group of ships. And there are thousands of Navy soldiers deployed on these CSGs. On each CSG, US CSG, around 7,000 to 8,000 Navy soldiers are deployed. So this strike group has been mobilized towards the Eastern Mediterranean, towards Israel, towards Gaza. It has been confirmed now. What is the significance? Before that, a plane, US military transport plane carrying military aid for Israel landed in Israel today. it has been confirmed, C-17A Globemaster, US Air Force, military transport plane arrived in Israel. It flew through Jordan. Jordanian airspace was used by US planes to provide military support to Israel today. Israel is asking for munitions, more support, more anti-missile missiles like Tamir missiles, US missiles, very effective, which Israeli Iron Dome air defense systems can use. Israel is countering Hamas rocket firing through its famous Iron Dome air defense system. It is very effective. But since Hamas fighters fired hundreds of rockets at the same time, so some managed to bypass the Iron Dome. Otherwise, Iron Dome is very effective, one of the best systems when it comes to stopping, intercepting, destroying rockets. Israel wants more military support from US. We could see more flights to Israel, US flights carrying military aid for Israeli forces. And these flights will be launched through Middle Eastern countries. By the way, US has huge military presence in the Middle East. It has several military bases in the Middle East. We know that. US has a military base in Kuwait, in Syria, in Kurdish areas, in Iraq too, Kurdish area. It has a military base in Qatar too. It has a presence in Saudi Arabia too, in Turkey as well. So from any of these countries, US can send its forces, its transport planes carrying aid to Israel. Firstly. Secondly, it's not that Israel is in need of deployment of a US CSG. Obviously, Israel is not facing any major naval threat from Hamas. Hamas is just a strip of land. It's a small territory. You cannot compare Gaza is just a small strip of land. You cannot compare Gaza and Israel. Israel is a big country. And Hamas fighters, they have just boats, ordinary boats. They don't have any ships, no submarines, no destroyers, no cruisers, nothing. Just a few boats which they use to reach Zikam Beach or Ashkelon in Israel. The deployment of US CSG is symbolic. US is sending a message to those countries which could support Hamas, Iran, Syria, Lebanon, and maybe some other countries which could be considering supporting Israel, supporting Hamas. So it's a warning from US that no one should come between Hamas and Israel. That this is the fight between Hamas and Israel. If anyone wants to support Israel, welcome, but no one should support Hamas. This is the message being given by US through this deployment, it seems. It means it will be difficult for Hamas to get supplies through sea. Obviously, Israel has deployment of its warships to near Gaza. Now, US CSG coming as well. US is deploying more air assets to the Middle East. It has confirmed today that it is deploying more F-15, F-16, A-10 fighter aircrafts to Middle East, to its bases, several bases. I think around more than 20 US military bases are in the Middle East, in different countries. The US is sending military support to Israel, deploying its CSG to the East Mediterranean, close to Israel, sending a message to Arab countries that no one should support Hamas. Let's see what happens. Hamas has refused to be scared. Hamas has issued a statement saying that US deployment of its CSG is a tactic to scare Hamas. Hamas won't be scared. Hamas says it will continue its struggle, and the deployment of US CSG will have its repercussions too. Hamas ready to fight, fighting already. Now, secondly, viewers, Hamas has fired rockets. Just 30 minutes ago, Hamas fired dozens of. When I say Hamas, I mean all Palestinian groups based in Gaza. There are several others too: Islamic Jihad, resistance movements, and several others too. All operating, but Hamas is leading. So the groups in Gaza, they have fired rockets into Tel Aviv, capital city of Israel. Target was Tel Aviv International Airport. Videos are being shared showing these rockets fired from Gaza. Most of them were intercepted over Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv has deployment of Iron Dome air defense systems, airport as well. It is secure. Air defense systems are deployed there. So most of the rockets, they were intercepted in the air and destroyed. But on the ground at Tel Aviv International Airport, flight operations have been suspended. International airlines have suspended their flight operations since yesterday. So no international flights, reportedly flight operations have been largely suspended. We cannot say airport is closed, but I heard about 2 international airlines which have suspended their flight operations to Tel Aviv. More could join in. Lastly, viewers, we have been discussing, I've been sharing with you that Hamas wants East Jerusalem, West Bank to be involved in this conflict. Gaza, Hamas, other groups in Gaza, they want Syrian groups from Lebanon, Hezbollah, and Iran-backed groups to be involved in this war. Because they know that the only way to strike a blow to Israeli military would be through opening of multiple fronts from north, from northeast, and from west. If all these fronts are open, it would be difficult for Israeli forces to counter these fronts. And we saw a call from Hamas on Saturday, Sunday as well, asking people, groups in East Jerusalem, in West Bank to join in. And it seemed that the call was heard. And we have been hearing for the past few hours that clashes are ongoing now in Hebron, which is in West Bank. Clashes between Israeli and Palestinian forces near an Israeli settlement. In some other locations too, in East Jerusalem, in West Bank, in Samaria region, clashes are being reported. Around 10 Palestinians were killed in these clashes. So it means that if the war between Gaza and Israel goes on, West Bank could join in. East Jerusalem could join in. Will outsiders join? That remains to be seen. It's difficult to say because it's a difficult decision for Hassan Nasrallah to join. It's a difficult decision for groups based in Syria to be a part of this conflict. Iran obviously won't intervene directly. Secretly, it could be already a part of the conflict by operating. We are hearing rumors that top Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps officers are in Lebanon, and they're planning the war on Hamas side from Lebanon. And it should be surprising because Hamas has Iranian support. Now, if US becomes involved in this conflict directly, what will be the consequence? And how can Iran, other countries counter US direct involvement in this war? Well, US, as I said earlier, has dozens of military bases across the Middle East. If you remember, when Qasem Soleimani was assassinated by US a few years ago while he was in Iraq, I think, Qasem Soleimani was a commander of Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. After that, in retaliation, Iranian forces fired missiles at a military base, US military base in Iraq. So same could happen here too. If US starts supporting Gaza and starts targeting countries or Hamas supporters, we could see attacks on US bases in the Middle East. Overall, all signs are pointing towards expansion of the conflict. It was between Hamas, Gaza-based groups and Israel yesterday. Today, West Bank joined a little. East Jerusalem joined a little. Hamas firing warning shots. Hezbollah firing warning shots. It attacked 3 military sites on Lebanon, Israel border. So gradually, and US sending its warships, its modern crafts to the Middle East. Gradually, conflict is expanding, it seems. Thank you for watching.